Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we'll be talking about Micah Parsons and his request to leave the Cowboys. This on another episode of... So, Micah Parsons. He sent his trade request to the Cowboys after a prolonged period of nothing happening on his contract extension after this upcoming season with the Dallas Cowboys. And he had been trying for the better part of this year so far to get that contract extension done. Obviously, he is one of the best defensive ends currently in the NFL. He has stats that are akin to some of the legends of old in terms of sacks and other things. So, it's kind of insane that his contract extension is still an issue because he's that good. I don't see why the Cowboys would be holding off on that. Now, by the Cowboys, I mean Jerry Jones. And that sort of leads into another reason of why he sent this trade request, is the constant comments being made about his health and other things made by people associated with the Dallas Cowboys to the media. And that apparently he has gotten sick and tired of that, because they're basically what these comments are doing is essentially devaluing him or trying to devalue him so that they have the upper hand in negotiations. It's technically not against the rules to do that, but I guarantee most people would not want to work for someone who shit talks them somewhat consistently. And that's sort of what I think this trade request is. He's gotten tired of the constant rudeness and lack of caring about him that the Dallas Cowboys have presented. And now he wants out. So, what does this mean? Well, for Dallas Cowboys, this could be disastrous for their defense. Just the sheer number of sacks. Yes, so in the first 4 years of his career, Parsons had, I think, somewhere around 52, maybe 52 and a half sacks over his first 4 years. Well, if you look at all the other people who played a similar position to Parsons on that roster, they all add up similarly to that, maybe a little more, but he taking his production out of that Dallas front will cripple that unit in terms of how effective it's going to be. Teams will no longer have to watch out, oh no, there's Parsons. They won't have to identify him. It's going to, on a massive level, affect what that Dallas defense can do and how effective it is. And on a team where there are plenty of issues, something like this could prematurely cause them to not have a successful season, because not only will they be dealing with all the issues that already do exist, they will be scrambling to address the Micah Parsons issue if he does indeed get traded or has a holdout or whatever happens. That takes me into what will happen to him. Well, he could hold out. He could return to the team. They could get the deal done. Jerry could just cry like a baby and then give Parsons the contract he wants because he doesn't want to lose the best player on his team. Or one of the best players. That's a little disingenuous. CD is also one of the best players on the team. I should include him in that. But maybe the thought of losing one of the two most valuable pieces he has will get Jerry to actually be a man and give him his money. But maybe not. Maybe a team contacts the Dallas Cowboys, says, hey, you're having relationship issues. I'd like to take your place as Micah Parsons' best buddy. Would you consider a trade offer for Micah Parsons from insert team who really would like Micah Parsons? And let's get a deal done. Obviously, in trade, the Dallas Cowboys probably want at least one first-round pick, maybe more, Or maybe they want a player in exchange. There's actually a weird world out there where Terry McLaurin and Micah Parsons trade makes a lot of sense. Obviously, they're in the same division. That will never happen. But there's a weird world where that trade does actually happen. I'm out there somewhere, I'm sure. Obviously, any team who wants to compete this year should at least consider it. Because Micah Parsons, if he's brought into a defense that is at least above average, well, he just makes them even better. Obviously, the teams that are most likely going to be wanting to give up that kind of capital to the Cowboys are not necessarily the same teams that are in title contention right now. But here's a shameless plug in case anyone related to the Cowboys organization would even watch this video. I'm sure they wouldn't, because I just shit-talked Jerry Jones. So I think there's no chance in hell they actually watch this video. But in case they do, Dallas Cowboys, I would like to ask you to please consider the Rams, because the Rams, they give up a lot of first-round picks for elite talent. They'd probably love to give you at least 2 firsts for Micah Parsons. And they have 4 in the first-round picks in the next 3 years. So I think a deal could be done here. I think you should reach out to the Rams, give them a call, see what they're willing to do, because obviously your relationship with Micah Parsons isn't working out. Clearly you need to break up. And I think the Rams would be the perfect person to take Micah Parsons off your hands. Then you can go back to trading to the Panthers for a below average talent. I think this is a perfect negotiation. Please contact the Rams and we can see what happens. So with that being said, guys, please like, share, subscribe down below, comment what you think, and I'll see you next time.